These are the plaintiffs, Felix and Edith Class. Felix says the defendant lives directly behind their house, and he was outside grilling one day when the guy's 80-pound pit bull bum-rushed him, jumped over his gate, and snatched up his 9-pound dachshund pinscher, Brownie. Their poor little dog was bitten in the stomach and needed a drainage tube, and the bill came to a whopping $510.45. This whole thing's been traumatic. The defendant promised to pay, but hasn't. So here they are. This is the defendant, Ralph Torres. He says he doesn't feel he owes the plaintiffs all this money because they overreacted and rushed their dog to an emergency vet when they didn't have to. They're making this into a big deal. Their dog wasn't injured as badly as they're claiming, and he owes nothing. He's accused of having no heart.
All parties, please raise your right hand.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket, the plaintiff says the defendant's pit bull viciously attacked their dachshund, but the defendant says there was no need to take their dog to the vet. It's the case of wiener attack.
Thank you, Douglas. Felix Class and Edith Class?
Yes.
You are suing Ralph Torres for $510.45 in vet bills that, according to you, your dog sustained as a result of his dog. Tell me what happened.
Okay, on July the 31st of 2017, I was on my deck with my dog, approximately about a minute or so. I was ready to turn on my grill, and I heard some noise coming through the trees. Apparently, it sounded like some animal coming through there, and my dog is on my deck. I have a closed a deck with a gate that's locked.
Okay.
And she was with me. She had just came out through her little, I have a little sliding door that's attached to my little doggy sliding door attached to my screen door.
Okay.
And she just followed me out with me. And at that point, I heard the door coming onto my deck.
How is his dog able to get onto your deck?
He jumped over my gate. I assumed
his dog jumped over your gate?
My deck gate.
Do you have a picture of your decking?
Yes.
Yes.
May I see it?
She said deck.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay. So the dog jumps over the deck.
Over the gate.
Over the gate. How big is his dog?
It's a big,
It's a pit bull.
it's a good 60-pound pit bull.
How does it jump that gate?
Well, I didn't see the dog actually jump over the gate because my grill was opened up, and I'm kind of short, so it was blocking my view.
Okay, but you said it jumped over the gate.
I believe it jumped over my gate.
It's far more likely that either the gate wasn't closed or the dog pushed the gate, but you don't want to tell me that because somehow you think that.
No, I just don't.
That means you won't win?
No, it's just the fact that
It closes automatically and it locks itself.
It has like a
Not
little latch.
so much, probably. I don't know why you're nodding your head. I'm about to get to you.
Sorry, man.
Okay. So let's talk about your pit bull. Do you have a gate? Do you have a fence?
There's a natural fencing between both yards.
What's a natural fencing?
It's tree line, and then there's.
Oh, how'd that work out for you?
Not so well.
Okay. Do you own the place?
No, it's actually my mother's house.
Okay. I'm pretty sure that you're supposed to not have your dog roaming the homeowners association property.
Well, no, he was on my property.
And then he wasn't.
Well, we were on my property.
Because you didn't have him on a leash, and you can't control him, and he went to the neighbor's yard, right?
Yes.
And what happened when he went to the neighbor's yard?
So are pit bulls more aggressive than the average?
I don't think so. It just depends how they were brought up.
Do you think it's the owner more than the dog?
Yeah.
You agree with that?
Yes, I do.
Really? Anybody have a pit bull here? Nobody? Huh?
Family. My family does.
Oh, I thought you were saying for a second you got a pit bull like a brother or something.
He could be.
Okay, gotcha. Going inside the courtroom.
We were down working on my bicycle by my garage, and there's actually a little embankment there. He ran up the embankment. As he started running up the embankment, I started calling him immediately, and I went in foot pursuit right after him. By the time he actually got up to the gate, where he nudged it with his nose, and then it opened up, and that's how he got.
And then he attacked her dog?
Well, that's how he got onto the deck.
Then he attacked her dog?
He ran over, yes, and
he attacked her dog.
She started screaming, and there was a lot.
You're outside. Let's rewind a second.
Yes.
You're working on your motorcycle, and you have your
my bicycle. It was a
your
bicycle.
regular bicycle.
Yes,
You're working
that I
on your
go
bicycle,
riding
and you have your unleashed pit bull by you.
Yes,
who
he's
then
right next to me.
Right next to you. You say that like that's corralling your dog.
No, I'm
clearly not. It shouldn't have been unleashed because it runs away, doesn't listen to you to stop, goes into the neighbor's yard, opens the gate, and rips a chunk out of the stomach of the neighbor's dog. Why am I here?
Actually, it was a small puncture. It wasn't no chunk.
Tiny little puncture.
Well, at least that's what it was written on the police report.
Not on
and-
the medical report.
Okay, do you have the?
I have the medical reports. They
May
say
I
right
see
on
them,
page
please?
6.
But let me ask you a question.
That it was a large
What's your
wound.
defense?
Well, my defense is that they waited after the actual incident occurred.
What time did the incident occur?
It was around 3:30, 4.
So she's cooking dinner at 3:30. What day?
No,
What day of the week was
That's
this?
incorrect time.
What time did it happen?
It was 6 o'clock in the evening.
Okay, so according to you, it's 3:30, and what
Yeah,
else?
it was in the afternoon.
Do you have the? Did you call the police when it happened?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so go on.
So when I got over there and there was a commotion, as soon as she started yelling and screaming, I ran up on the deck, which by that point the dog was holding onto her foot. I did not see. She said
The
that
dog was holding on to her dog's foot.
Yes, she said the dog was, ravishing it on the deck and had it by its stomach. I never seen it have it by its stomach. I just seen it actually holding its paw, and she had.
What part
poker.
of your dog's body is that?
That's the
Stomach.
Okay, here you go.
the
Maybe you'd
medical
like to see it
reports-
now. Okay.
That's fine.
I'm sorry?
Sorry, the medical reports indicates where the dog got bitten.
Yeah.
And on
What is
page-
your defense?
Sorry.
though? I'm still trying to figure out what your defense is. Your
That-
dog got loose, your pit bull, and I say that not because I hate pit bulls. I love pit bulls.
Yeah, and they get a bad
I hate a
stigma.
lot of pit bull owners, especially the
bad
ones that come in
stigma.
front of you because they seldom have a real defense. They not only let their pit bull roam, which is of all the dogs, the wrong dog to let roam because they lock. It is their nature. And they don't let go, so they do a lot of damage. But it astounds me how many times irresponsible pit bull owners just sit there and go, "Oh yeah, I got master this dog. A dog will listen to me," and then they don't, and then they look at me like, "Oh wait, here's a picture of my dog licking my baby's nose." Honestly, I don't understand it. It's not the dog, it's you. See, we don't punish dogs for being dogs. We punish owners for being stupid, okay, and reckless, and not caring about their neighbors. So tell me again, because I'm sifting through every word that's coming out of your mouth and I'm
Yes.
failing to see the defense. What's your defense to having to pay the bill? You say they waited too long.
Well, I'm saying that they waited and had to go to an emergency vet after they called their vet and said that they couldn't take it there. They had to then go to an emergency vet. If they had gone,
And your answer is,
as soon
had
as
you
they-
hurried up and
Well,
sped
no.
through traffic, you might have made it before 5 o'clock somewhere?
No,
And
well-
they say it happened at 6. Okay, go ahead.
My defense is that if they had gone as soon as the police report was done and the warden came and checked on the dog and checked on my dog.
And what time was that?
It was probably about 5 o'clock then at
Okay,
that
so
point.
at 5 o'clock, you don't think she has to go to the emergency place?
I don't know if they were closed yet. I don't know what time her actual vet. I never got a bill from their
Is
actual
that your
vet.
defense? What is your defense? To not have, you know what a defense means, right?
No, I'm never in this kind of
What do
situation.
you think defense means? You're coming into court and saying, I don't have to pay this judge, comma, because.
Well, I never
dot,
said
dot,
that.
dot.
I actually had a verbal agreement with Felix that when I had found adequate employment, that I would start paying the bill.
Are you working?
Yes, actually, I did find a job.
When did you find a job?
This is going to be my second week working there.
Fabulous. What'd you do for those other months? Did you pay $5, $10? Did you tell them, I'm so sorry?
No.
Yes,
I will
I did.
pay you what I can
I
instead
actually
of. Did
went
you do
with
anything?
the police. I actually went with the police and I apologized and wished them, that everything would have.
That's
be good
lovely.
with it.
Did you pay them $5, $10?
I
In
haven't
the whole
had work.
summer, did you go out?
I haven't had
Did
any
you go
work.
out at all in the summer?
Yes, I did.
Yeah,
I went
okay.
to several applications,
No,
interviews.
no. I mean, did you go out and party? Did you go out?
Oh, no.
Go to bars, go drinking,
No,
go
ma'am.
to discos, go to take a
No, ma'am.
vacation, anything? Did you do anything,
No.
or did you just stand there and wait for 3 months to pass?
No.
What is your defense? There is no defense.
I guess
Verdict
not.
for the plaintiff in the amount of the $510.45.
Thank you.
Well, the plaintiff prevails, the plaintiffs prevail, they get what they are seeking. Ralph Torres, the defendant, comes out. You had no fence, you had no defense.
Yeah,
You
it
neither.
was a really bad situation. I really feel horrible for what happened to her dog. I didn't want anything to ever happen to her dog, my dog, or anybody's dog.
Well, you didn't sound like you cared too much in court. and
Well,
that's
no,
why
I do.
you're
I
here,
love
you know?
animals, and like I said, I feel sorry for what happened to the dog. I wish nothing ever happened to any of our dogs. So.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much. You must sign some documents. Here come Mr. and Ms. Class. All right, I'm sorry you had to go through this and to bring, the court. It took a while, obviously.
Yeah, just trying to give him a chance, but he made no attempt.
So how is the dog?
He's doing much better. He was in a lot of pain, or she was in a
Yeah,
lot of pain.
yeah.
For at least 3 weeks, she was in a lot of pain. She was on medications.
What
and
do you
everything.
think can be done to make sure this doesn't happen again?
Right now, I feel very uncomfortable. The fact that he still has the dog.
I'm sure you do.
I cannot let my dog,
Outside,
sunbathe
yeah.
on the deck like she used to.
Well, good luck to you. I'm
Hopefully
sorry.
it works out.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Sad situation. Sorry about that. Harvey, that is a bad situation. What do you advise?
Okay, if you have a dog in your neighborhood that is vicious and constantly runs wild, call animal control.